Hi, I'm Steve Dudash, IHT Wealth Management. Welcome to this week's Wealthcast. All right, we're not talking Brexit. We're not talking politics. We're just going to talk about some good, old-fashioned, boring financial planning advice that you do in the beginnings of years. And usually, frankly, if you do this stuff right, it takes you like 5 minutes. It can make you some real money. And I usually tell people to do it in the beginning of the year, but you can also do it during tax time or your birthday, some sort of key event that'll just remind you to look at your finances and handle some of the stuff. The most basic of this being in any of your tax deferred or retirement or 401k accounts, do automatic rebalancing or some sort of automatic rebalancing. Most 401ks will let you do it automatically. You check a box. It takes you 5 minutes to go in there. You check a box. It'll do it quarterly, semi-annually, at least annually. IRAs, other accounts can be a little more work, but here's essentially what I'm talking about. Last year, let's just say you had an account 50-50, half stocks, half bonds for basic. Last year, bonds did better than stocks. Stock market went down, bonds went up a little bit. You take the gains you made in the bonds and you buy into the stocks. And what it really does is it tricks you, or basically forces you into selling something that is high and buying into something that is low. And by doing that consistently over and over again, statistically, you can make like an extra 1% on your accounts, which is in a retirement account, which is usually the ones that are the longest term ones. It's wonderful. It's extra returns for doing very little. So in your 401ks, go in and check the box. It's super easy. In your IRAs, there's a little more work that's involved, but it is something that if you take the time, work with someone like ourselves or do it on your own, go in there once a year and just sell some of the gains, find whatever did the worst, buy into there in general. You will, because the market does this, you'll be buying in at some sort of lows for those other things. And in last year, being the first year in a long time that we had losses in the stock market, this kind of strategy is doubly as important. So take the time, do it. Call us if you have any questions. 312-754-1310. Email us, Twitter at IHT Wealth, and take advantage of what you have, and that is certainly in retirement accounts, time, long-term time. Taxable accounts, a little word of advice and warning on this. This strategy does not necessarily apply to all taxable accounts because you do inherently have gains sometimes if you sell those things that you have to pay taxes on. So don't always use this strategy in those type of accounts. There's a little more finesse that needs to be involved. Have a nice weekend, and we'll talk next week. Bye.